Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Todd with Bowerly Consulting Services. I wanted to be unfiltered again with you. I kind of am with just about everything that I feel, but I wanted to share with you a little bit of a challenge that I've been having. I've been freaking out lately. Absolutely been having a lot of thoughts about fear. I'm coming up to a terror barrier. I'm trying to punch through, and my feelings of fear are really coming from one place, from just being ignorant, just not knowing what I don't know. So a couple of things. I'm going to start doing some webinars here soon. I'm getting email marketing set up with an email list so that I can send out great content to people. Getting a website together. All these things that I have no idea how to do. And since I have no idea how to do them, I am freaking out. It's kind of what happens. I've started my own company and I've moved out on my own because I have this feeling of faith and belief that I'm going to figure out how to make things work. But the fear competes and deflates faith. Fear and faith are kind of the same level of emotional belief, right? There's a quote, I don't know who said it, because I'm that guy. I could just kind of say stuff. But I've read it before. It says, fear and faith both ask us to believe in things we cannot see. Right? How powerful is that? The dreams, the goals, the fantasies that I want to attain are really things that I'm creating in my mind. But so are all of the death traps and the freak out and the panic. It's also all created in my mind. So I was working with a client the other day who was having a lot of concern and fear over some medical issues, right? And I got her to talk about it. And once she started expressing these fears, it sort of took the energy out of them, right? If we repress our energy, if we repress our feelings of fear, we make them bigger. If we talk about them, we let the air out, right? So once she had said, here's my biggest, worst fear, she realized, oh, I know that's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen, but I don't know why I keep telling myself. It's because you're in a habit of doing it. We need to build a habit of faith. Right? Seems pretty simple. So here's what I did. I had written down a long time ago, and I pulled it out to start reading again because obviously I'm coming up to a point where I'm kind of freaking out. I had written down in the past that my anxiety has become so overwhelming, and my fear of things that are outside of my control becomes so large that it makes simple tasks impossible. Right? Like for some of you, it might be getting out of bed or making the bed or doing whatever it is that's a simple task. It becomes impossible because you're overwhelmed, right? So I took those words and I flipped it around to the complete opposite. And I felt really disingenuous when I did it, right? But I wrote down, I live by faith moment to moment so that impossible things become simple. I mean, I felt sick when I wrote that. It felt so disingenuous and even harder to say it. But I have had those words going through my mind like crazy now. So I repeat them over and over. I've written them down over and over, just trying to get that into my subconscious mind to change my feeling about something I don't know. And what I'm realizing is, hey, I've got the resources all around. I know how to set up my email account so that I can do that. We can build a website. We'll figure out how to run a webinar. We're going to figure that stuff out. And I'm not going to let fear hold me back. And I'm making a decision that fear doesn't have a place in my life. And I'm moving away from it as much as I possibly can. There's a great video on YouTube of Will Smith being interviewed talking about skydiving and fear and freaking out because he's in an airplane with the door open and he's freaking out.
And the light goes green, and somebody opens the door, and in that moment, you realize you've never been in a freaking airplane with the door open. Terror, 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 right? And the guy walks you up to the end of the thing, and you're standing, and your toes are on the edge, and you're looking out down to death. And they say, on three. And they say, 1, 2, and he pushes you on 2 because people grab on 3, right? Right? And you go, and you fall out of the airplane, and in 1 second, you realize that it's the most blissful experience of your life. You're flying, right? It doesn't feel like falling, right? It's like you actually are kind of held a little bit by the wind, and then you start falling, and there's zero fear. You realize that the point of maximum danger is the point of minimum fear. It's bliss. It's bliss. And you're flying. Right? And you're doing that. And then the lesson for me was, why were you scared in your bed the night before? What do you need that fear for? Just don't go. Why are you scared in your bed 16 hours before you jump? Why are you scared in the car? Why could you not enjoy breakfast? What did you need that? The fear is fear of what? You're nowhere even near the airplane. Everything up to the stepping out, there's actually no reason to be scared. It only just ruins your day. You don't have to jump. And then in that moment, all of a sudden, where you should be terrified is the most blissful experience of your life. And God placed the best things in life on the other side of terror. On the other side of your maximum fear are all of the best things in life, you know.
Mm-hmm. So when you come up to fear, ask yourself, say, what am I really afraid of? What's that worst case scenario? Get it out. Take the air out of it. Deflate it. Okay? Ask yourself, secondly, what am I ignorant about? What do I not know about? Get some knowledge around that so you can turn that ignorance to understanding. Once you have that understanding, you can start to internalize and start building feelings of faith, emotions of faith. And I'm not talking about a religious faith. I'm talking about an emotion of faith. Faith that you will succeed, that you will achieve those goals, that nothing can hold you back, that your potential is unlimited. And then take that understanding and go right through that fear. Face the fear and do it anyway. No truer words were ever spoken. Why? Well, because Will Smith told me that all the greatest things, the greatest blessings on earth are on the other side of fear. Those are some of my thoughts. It's real. Even if you get through it and you get through that terror barrier and you have success, another one's going to come up in your life. And you got to do it again, over and over. It's a cycle. All I can do is help coach you through it. Now, if you're feeling some fear about a job search, if you're feeling a fear about your career transition, if you're feeling a fear about how do I take the first step, reach out to me. Contact me. Let's talk about it. Let's build you a plan. One place you can start, send an email to bowerlyconsulting@gmail.com. And I'm going to send you this free ebook, this I Am the Ideal Candidate. It's an affirmation to take all of the negative thoughts we say to ourselves that hold us back, flip them to the positive, and read it for 30 days. And you'll find that those feelings of fear are gone. They're eradicated. And that you can start to take action. Anyways, as always, if you liked what I had to say, if what I said resonated with you, there are other people out there that it will also resonate with. So I'd love for you to like, ding, comment, or share, do whatever to help me get my message out. I would really appreciate it. Sound good? Well, I look forward to hearing from you about your terror barriers and how you have found a way to conquer them and move through them. All right. Take care. Bye.